Are you feeling frustrated with your trading? Maybe you're finding that emotions like fear, greed, and hope are getting in the way of your success, causing you to make mistakes you know you shouldn't. Asterisk if that sounds like you, you're not alone. I didn't even understand what trading psychology meant until I lost a significant amount of my own money. It's a painful lesson, but it's one that nearly every trader goes through. Asterisk in this video, I'm going to share the single most important mindset shift that turned me from a losing gambler into a consistent trader. This is about building a system so powerful that it makes your emotions irrelevant. So if you're ready to stop the cycle of losses, stick around. My story, the hard lesson. Like many people, I got into trading during a massive bull run. Everywhere you looked, people were making money. It seemed easy, so I jumped in, terrified of missing out on the next big move, classic FOMO. And at first, it worked. Every trade I made turned a profit. I felt like a genius. I thought, this is it. This is how I get rich. So, I did what a lot of overconfident beginners do. I took nearly all of my savings and put it into my trading account, ready to make the big score. Asterisk, I placed my next trade just like the others, but this time, I got greedy. When the price went up a little, I didn't take profit. I held on, dreaming of a massive win. I even walked away from my computer so I wouldn't be tempted to sell too early. But then, the market turned. The real problem and the solution. The root of all trading failure is emotional decision-making. We're human. We feel fear, hope, and greed, and those feelings make us inconsistent. Asterisk now. Think about any successful large-scale operation, like a factory. They use machines for the most critical tasks. Why? Because a machine is predictable? It follows its programming perfectly, every single time. It doesn't have a bad day. It doesn't get scared. It doesn't get greedy. It just executes. Asterisk. This is the solution for us as traders. We need to stop trading from the gut and start operating like a machine. And to do that, you need to build your own trading machine. What is a trading machine? It's a simple, non-negotiable set of rules. A system based on if-then logic. If the market shows setup X, then I will enter a trade. If the trade moves against me by Y amount, then I will exit immediately. If I lose 2 trades in a row, then I will stop for the day. This machine defines everything: what you trade, when you enter, how much you risk, and when you get out. No exceptions. Building and trusting your machine. So, how do you build a machine you can trust? Asterisk first, you need a blueprint, a strategy you believe in. But belief isn't enough. You have to prove it works. You have to backtest it against historical data, not for a week or a month, but for years. This process removes all doubt and emotion. You're no longer hoping it will work. You have statistical proof that it does work over time. Once you have that proof, your only job is to become a master operator of that machine. This is where most people fail. They have a system, but they don't follow it. They get a signal from a chat room or a guru and throw their rules out the window. That's why following signals will never work. Long term, you're trying to operate someone else's machine without understanding it. The only sustainable path is to build your own system and master it through practice. If you are not willing to do this, you are guaranteed to lose money. It's that simple. Trading as a profession, not a hobby. You have to treat trading like a real profession, not a get-rich-quick scheme. Think about your current job. You've probably spent years mastering the skills to get paid consistently. Why would trading be any different? There's a natural balance. In the world, the easier something is, the less it pays. Anyone can learn a simple task, so the competition is high and the reward is low. Truly valuable skills, the ones that pay exceptionally well, are difficult and require dedication to master. Trading is one of those skills. If you're not ready for that commitment, don't quit your day job. The non-negotiable rule: risk management. Finally, every trading machine must have one core component: strict risk management. Asterisk. You must write down your rules and keep them in front of you every time you trade. You are not allowed to place an order unless it checks every single box on your list. Most importantly, you must never enter a trade without knowing exactly where your stop loss will be and how much you stand to lose. A good rule of thumb is a 1-2-3 risk-reward ratio. This means for every dollar you risk, you aim to make 3. With a ratio like that, you can be wrong most of the time and still be profitable. Asterisk. Knowing your maximum loss before you enter a trade is the key to taming fear. The market is an emotional roller coaster designed to make you fail. It creates a feedback loop. You trade based on fear. You lose money, which creates more fear. And you make even worse decisions. Asterisk. To break that cycle, you have to build your machine, your rule-based system, and learn to operate it with perfect discipline. Asterisk. So my advice is this: don't trade. Not until you have a system you've tested and proven, and not until you've made a commitment to follow that system no matter what. Because in this game, success isn't about brilliant predictions. It's about flawless execution.